was leaning over to handle the laundry, someone suddenly caught me off guard from behind, the momentum sending me forward against the washing machine. I found myself pinned in an awkward position, my movement completely restricted by his firm hold. The sudden, intense proximity sent a jolt through my entire system. It was an overwhelming sensation that left me momentarily paralyzed, my heart racing as a wave of heat washed over me. When I finally managed to steal a glance back, I was absolutely floored. It was my father-in-law. My husband had been away on a business trip for the past few days, so I had decided to spend the afternoon catching up on the mountain of laundry. Just as I was bending down to load a heavy pile of clothes into the drum, a sudden firm pressure against my lower back sent me tumbling forward. I ended up partially inside the washer, my upper body wedged in, leaving me feeling incredibly vulnerable. I had been lounging around in just a light nightgown, which felt far too thin for a moment like this. My mind was spinning. Who could possibly be doing this? I couldn't wrap my head around it. A deep sense of unease set in. I never imagined someone would be so bold. The way his hands gripped my waist was incredibly intense, and his touch was so unexpected that it sent my senses into overdrive, making me hyper-aware of every point of contact. I tried to shift away, struggling to break free from his grasp, but to my utter disbelief, the person behind me only drew closer. The physical proximity became so intense that I could feel the heat of his presence directly against me, leaving no space between us. "Let me go!" I cried out, bracing my hands against the cool metal of the washer. I tried to twist away, but I was completely pinned, my movements only making the situation more precarious. I could feel the overwhelming weight of his presence through the thin fabric of my clothes. The intense proximity sent a sudden spark through my entire system, leaving my heart pounding and a heavy heat pooling deep inside me. Sensing the rising tension, I pushed back with all my strength, desperate to put some distance between us. But the movement backfired. I only ended up narrowing the gap even further. The barrier between us felt like it had completely vanished, the physical contact becoming undeniably intense. In the confusion of the moment, as I moved back, the space between us disappeared entirely. "Wait, please," I managed to whisper. The sheer intensity of the moment made my knees go weak. I tried to lean further into the machine, hoping to find an escape, but every time I tried to shift away, he followed my lead, keeping us locked in that same position. "What are you doing? Please, stop!" I pleaded. I was terrified, yet my heart was racing so fast that my voice came out thin and breathless, failing to sound as firm as I intended. Taking my reaction as a sign to continue, he maintained his firm grip, securing me in place so effectively that I felt almost weightless in his hold. "Why are you dressed so lightly at home, Scarlett? Here, let me help you with that." My heart nearly stopped. It really was him, my father-in-law. A wave of heat rushed to my face, my skin prickling with a mix of disbelief and an uncontrollable restlessness. A sudden memory flashed in my mind. Back when I had first joined the family, I remembered seeing him in casual shorts. He was someone whose presence was impossible to ignore. I couldn't help but remember seeing him in his casual clothes, noticing how imposing he was. And then there were my stockings in the bathroom. They always seemed to be out of place, as if someone had been handling them. Could it have been him? Was he the one? Even though he was in his 50s, he possessed a vitality and strength that felt far more vibrant, sparking a reaction in me that was as confusing as it was intense. The overwhelming heat made it hard to think straight. I tried to hold on to what was left of my composure, even as my body betrayed me with a restless, tingling sensation that I couldn't quite shake. "No, please, put me down." I tried to protest, but as he surged forward once more, a sound escaped my lips that I instantly regretted, a soft gasp that burned with embarrassment. He finally eased up, allowing my feet to find the floor. Just as I began to catch my breath,